Troy, The Eternal City, a documentary narrative part. 1. Introduction. Troy, where myth meets history, geography and strategic location perched atop the Hisarlik Mound, near the Dardanelles, Troy dominates the entrance to the Aegean Sea. The city overlooks fertile plains, rivers, and trade routes, giving it both economic and military significance. Its position allowed control over maritime commerce between the Aegean and Anatolia. The surrounding hills provided a natural defensive advantage, while the rivers ensured a supply of fresh water. Ancient Troy was thus both a sanctuary and a prize, a city destined to be caught in the currents of history. Troy, between myth and reality. For centuries, the city existed in the liminal space between myth and history. Homer's Iliad immortalizes the Trojan War, a tale of love, betrayal, and divine intervention, yet archaeology has confirmed that Troy was a thriving Bronze Age city. The intersection of myth and tangible evidence fascinates scholars. While we may never prove the exact events of Homer's narrative, we can explore the environment and society in which such legends might have emerged. The rediscovery of Troy. In the 1870s, Heinrich Schliemann began excavating Hisarlik, inspired by Homer's epic. His methods, though destructive by modern standards, unearthed gold jewelry, pottery, and monumental walls. Schliemann's Priam's treasure sparked worldwide fascination, confirming that Troy was more than legend. Later excavations by Wilhelm Dörpfeld, Carl Blegen, and Manfred Korfmann refined our understanding, revealing multiple layers of habitation and the complex history of the site. Troy, as a cultural crossroads, Troy was not an isolated settlement. Its location made it a hub of cultural exchange between Mycenaean Greece, Minoan Crete, and Anatolian civilizations. Artifacts indicate trade, diplomacy, and shared technological developments. Troy absorbed foreign influences, from pottery designs to metallurgical techniques, creating a hybrid culture that combined local traditions with imported innovations. Conclusion of Part 1. Troy is a lens through which we can explore human civilization. Its ruins, stratified over millennia, tell stories of ambition, conflict, and creativity. From the myths preserved in epic poetry to the tangible remnants of daily life, Troy offers a window into both human history and imagination. Part 2. The Archaeological Troy, Layers Troy Wai Troy. C. 3000-2600 BCE. The First Settlement. Troy's earliest layer reveals a small, organized community. Houses of mud brick cluster around simple streets. Agriculture dominates. Wheat, barley, goats, and sheep sustain the population. Pottery is basic but shows early decorative motifs. The defensive structures are modest, indicating minimal threats. Troy. Sets the stage for a civilization growing. Amidst fertile land and strategic geography, Troy II, c. 2600-2250 BCE. Emerging complexity. Stone and mud brick fortifications emerge. Houses are grouped, possibly by kinship, and tombs suggest early religious beliefs. Trade with the Cyclades brings imported pottery and ornaments. Troy, too, shows an increasing awareness of social organization and the external world. Troy III, c. 2250-1750 BCE. Urban expansion. These layers reveal a city growing in size and sophistication. Multi-room houses with storage areas, workshops, and communal spaces indicate social stratification. Specialized labor, including metalworking and textile production, becomes common. The city's fortifications are reinforced, reflecting possible regional threats. Imported artifacts suggest cultural exchange and participation in a broader Bronze Age network. Troy VI, c. 1750-1300 BCE. The legendary city Troy VI is monumental. Massive stone walls and towers enclose two-story houses with inner courtyards. Pottery, jewelry, and bronze tools suggest wealth. Evidence points to trade and cultural influence from Crete and Mycenaean Greece. Some researchers associate this layer with the real Troy of Homer, although the city may have been destroyed by an earthquake rather than war. Troy 7th, c. 1300–1190 BCE. Fire and conflict. Troy 7 is densely populated, smaller houses replacing grander ones. Signs of violent destruction, burned buildings, weapons, and arrowheads support theories of war. This layer most closely aligns with the timeline of the Trojan War. The city demonstrates resilience, as even after destruction, people rebuilt and continued life. Troy VIII, c. 785 BCE, Iron Age rebirth. After a period of decline, Troy VIII emerges with simpler houses and public buildings. Greek influence is evident in pottery and architecture. The city remains culturally important, though no longer a major power. Troy IX, c. 85, BCE 500 CE. The Roman period. Troy IX is integrated into the Roman Empire. Roads, baths, and monumental structures appear. Coins and inscriptions indicate economic and administrative activity. Troy's mythological fame grows alongside its continued habitation, solidifying its symbolic significance in the ancient world. Cultural life. Across layers. Across all layers, Troy exhibits evolving social hierarchy, trade systems, defense mechanisms, and religious practice. Archaeology shows a city adapting to environmental, political, and economic pressures, reflecting the broader patterns of human civilization in the Bronze and Iron Ages. Part 3. The historical context of the Trojan War, the Late Bronze Age Aegean and Anatolia. The period 1600–1200 BCE was defined by flourishing civilizations: Mycenaeans, Minoans, Hittites, and Anatolian city-states, complex trade networks, diplomatic correspondence, and cultural exchange created both prosperity and tension. Neighboring civilizations: Mycenaeans, militaristic, palatial centers, bronze weaponry; Minoans, maritime trade, art, and cultural influence; Hittites, dominant Anatolian power; Wilusa, Troy, mentioned in archives, economic and strategic tensions, control over Dardanelles trade, access to metals, timber, and fertile land were likely triggers for conflict. Evidence suggests that Troy's fortifications and destruction layers correspond with regional hostilities. Society and governance: kings or chieftains ruled, supported by nobles, artisans, and farmers. Burial goods indicate wealth disparity, religious beliefs, and social hierarchy. Military technology: chariots, bronze weapons, and fortified walls reflect advanced warfare. Mycenaean armies were organized and capable, suggesting that the war involved strategy and planning. Cultural exchange: pottery, tools, and religious artifacts indicate Troy's active participation in regional trade and diplomacy. Hittite texts show recognition of Troy, Wilusa, as a political entity. Part 4. The mythological narrative origins. The judgment of Paris. Paris awards Aphrodite the golden apple, leading to Helen's abduction. Greek city-states unite to retrieve her, beginning the legendary war. Key battles and events: Greek coalition assembles under Agamemnon. Achilles' wrath following Patroclus' death shifts battle outcomes. Hector defends Troy heroically until slain by Achilles. The Trojan horse ruse allows Greeks to infiltrate Troy, leading to the city's fall. Divine intervention, God's play. Active roles: Athena, Apollo, Hera, and Aphrodite influence battles, reflecting Greek beliefs about fate, honor, and morality. Part 5. The heroes and figures: Achilles. Central Greek hero, invincible except heel, embodies rage and glory. Hector, noble Trojan defender, loyal to family and city. Paris, catalyst of the war, embodying desire and consequence. Helen, symbol of beauty, love, and conflict. Odysseus, strategist and survivor, mastermind of the Trojan horse. Aeneas, Trojan, survivor, destined to link Troy to Rome. Other figures include Agamemnon, Menelaus, Priam, Andromache, and Ajax, each contributing to the complex narrative of human motives and divine influence. Part 6. Daily Life and Culture in Troy Religion. Polytheistic. Ritual offerings, belief in divine intervention. Art and craftsmanship. Pottery, metalwork, jewelry, evidence of trade and cultural exchange. Social hierarchy, kings, nobles, artisans, farmers, laborers. Economy, agriculture, livestock, trade with neighboring civilizations. Architecture, fortifications, houses, workshops, storage facilities. Part 7. Troy in the Aftermath, Survivors, and Migration. Many Trojans flee or are enslaved. Aeneas escapes, leading to Roman foundation myths. Legacy in literature. Greek and Roman writers preserve Troy, blending history and myth. Homer's epics, Virgil's Aeneid, and subsequent literature reinforce Troy's symbolic significance. Part 8. Archaeology and Modern Discoveries. Schliemann, 1870s, excavates Hisarlik, finds Priam's treasure. Dörpfeld refines stratigraphy and identifies structural remains. Blegen focuses on Bronze Age layers, clarifying chronology. Korfmann, extensive modern excavations, urban layout, fortifications, trade analysis, debates which layer aligns with. Homeric Troy? What inspired the epic? Modern techniques, carbon dating, stratigraphy, artifact study help answer these questions. Part 9. Troy in Literature, Art, and Popular Culture, Ancient Depictions, Greek Vase Paintings, Roman Mosaics. Renaissance Literature, Epic Poems and Plays revisiting the Trojan narrative. Modern media, novels, films, operas, and video games keep the legend alive. Themes, love, betrayal, heroism, fate, and the cost of human conflict. Part 10. Conclusion. Troy is a bridge between myth and history. Its ruins reflect human ambition, resilience, and cultural exchange. Homer's epic preserves its legacy, inspiring generations to explore heroism, love, and the consequences of war. Troy reminds us that myths contain kernels of truth, and that civilization is defined by both achievement and struggle. Its story continues to resonate, a timeless testament to human imagination